guys, and welcome to my first ever video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'll be showing you guys how to best explore your Genshin Impact world, as well as a few tips I've learned over the years. Now I will say I much prefer doing quests and building characters over exploration, however I have been getting better. That being said, I hope this video helps you guys out, whether you're a new player or someone who has been putting off exploration like myself. Without further ado, let's get into the video. When it comes to exploration, I find that I usually get burnt out pretty quickly. To combat this, I try to choose regions that are my favorite to do first. For example, Not Cry quickly became one of my most favorite regions, not only due to the characters, but also the overall aesthetic. Within a few days, I 100%ed the region. Now, when considering what region you want to explore, it's important to note the type of puzzles the region offers. I found Not Cry's puzzles to be really fun and easy, comparatively to Inazuma's puzzles, which I find rather difficult, and the overall aesthetic doesn't really appeal to me. When I first started exploring more, I realized that Mondstadt was closer to being completed compared to all the other regions. This was because at the time, it was my most favorite region. So naturally, I spent the most time there. So if Sumeru is your favorite region, and you somehow love this massive desert, explore it first. And mine. Please send help. Once you know what region you want to explore, I then recommend creating an exploration team. Your exploration team should consist of characters that have special talents to help you with puzzles in that region. For instance, using both Neuvillette and Farina for exploring Fontaine gives me access to the Urwasa and Numa elements that are needed for the puzzles. These sorts of characters wouldn't really be that useful in Natland, for example. If I were to explore Natland, then I want my team to mainly consist of Natland characters, since a lot of their special talents last longer in Natland. You also want characters with speed boost. Since Fontaine is half water, I'm using Neuvillette for his 15% increase in swimming speed. I also enjoy using Auroran to explore, since of his glide boost, but also his heightened jump to reach difficult places. Here you can also see that Farina has both elements in her normal attack, so it makes doing the puzzles really easy. And then I'm just using Columbina because it makes me happy seeing her walk around. Now I don't think I need to mention this to any older players out there. However, if you are watching this and are a new player, it's important to know about the treasure compasses that are in game. They make exploration so much easier. You can get them by completing a certain level of reputation for the region. It then will give you a blueprint that you then have to craft at a blacksmith. I will say Not Cry's treasure compass is more updated than the rest of the regions, making it super easy to collect chests and oculi. So I think that's important to know if you're wanting to explore a new region, that might be your best option. So hopefully though in the near future, they'll add the update to all the other compasses. Please Hoyo, I'm begging. Now on the topic of Hoyo, you can also go to the Teyvat interactive map that will show you where any chests, oculi, or puzzles are while you are exploring. I'll leave a link to that in the description below so you can use it at your own discretion. Another small tip I have is that when you're finally deciding to explore a region, consider clicking the G key in order to see the tutorials of all the different puzzles of that region. If you're like me, then you tend to just quickly click through all of them to get all those primos. However, if you do actually take the time and read them, the tutorials will help you out a lot, especially on puzzles that you're stuck on. And luckily that region you're in will come up for the first tutorials. If those don't work though, then again, the Teyvat interactive map actually has videos on some of the puzzles, so you can always look at that or watch guides online. I personally don't often use the Teyvat interactive map. I just prefer exploring with the compass and taking my time with it, rather than just quickly searching it up on the interactive map, but to each their own. Since exploration does take a while, what I personally like to do is turn off my audio because hearing your character repeat the same line over and over can get annoying. We want this experience to be as stress-free as possible. I then like to add chill music to the background while I'm playing. Another thing I sometimes do in settings is lower the quality of graphics. I can find I can get motion sickness after playing for long periods of time on high quality settings in Genshin. So if you're like that as well, then I think it's great to just use the low quality settings. And lastly, you have to have patience whilst exploring. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to 100% a region in one day. It will take some time, and that's okay. It's important that you actually enjoy the process of exploring and aren't just rushing through everything. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching to the end. It means so much to me. And let me know what other videos you guys would be interested in. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!